frequently, the older generation will treat young people not with tolerance, but with toleration. They allow different ideas, but they stay hiding safely behind their castle walls, knowing that not much is going to change. And they also employ various types of educational, religious, historical, and cultural brainwashing, as I would call it. The mixture can vary, but if you look at education and upbringing in almost any country in the world, you'll see this kind of thing happening. And the well-known writer H.L. Mencken said, the aim of public education is not to spread enlightenment at all. It is simply to reduce as many individuals as possible to the same level, to breed a standard citizenry, to put down dissent and originality. Is that too cynical? When people get older, they tend to change in a variety of ways. They do become more experienced, calm, and hopefully wise. On the other hand, they can get more cynical, inflexible, conservative, and dogmatic. And the older we get, the more we fear change. And believe me, I know it. I'm getting older, and I see changes happening, and I feel more anxious about them than I probably did before. And as people resist change, they can easily begin to confuse stability with morality. In other words, what they see when they see different behavior, they see that as a threat. Now, families create cohesion and social stability. And as I said before, in my experience, that seems to be one of the most wonderful things about many African countries, certainly the African countries that I have visited. And it's something that we've lost quite a lot in my own country. We have close families, but they tend to be small families. I live with my wife. My children are grown up. They spend quite a bit of time at home, but they're not here all the time. My brother lives in another city, and I see him maybe every 2-3 months. And then my cousins, I maybe see once a year or less. So I really think families are a good thing, but they also do entrench and enforce authority. And sometimes proper respect is sort of replaced by relationships based on control and obedience. As I said earlier, people in authority demand respect, but they don't see it as something mutual. I'm sure you will have seen, as I've often seen, how senior people will condescend to come and talk to groups of young people like you, and they'll spend a short time and they let you ask them questions. But it's usually a one-sided interest. And how many serious questions do they ask you? And when the session is over, they usually don't hang around for very long. The thing is that I don't think many of them want to give you too much time or attention. They let you into their castle as a favor. They want you to learn their thoughts and imitate their ideas so they can sleep more easily. But they don't want to hear the hyenas howling outside the castle walls in the night. They don't want you to challenge them in any fundamental way. And even scientists, who are supposed to be the most objective people, can be like that. You've all heard of Albert Einstein, the famous physicist, and Heisenberg, who came after him, who invented or who just theorized quantum theory, quantum mechanics. When Heisenberg was proposing quantum theory about 100 years ago, that grand old man, Einstein, didn't want to hear about it. So that's what I mean by the hierarchy of ideas, that the older and more powerful people in society take it for granted that their ideas are worth more than your ideas as young people. And they will enforce an adherence to those ideas in almost all societies through the use of various tools, which are usually education, history, morality, tradition, mass media, and so on. And the really important thing is here, they are wrong. While older people should be owed respect for their experience and their wisdom, an idea is always equal to every other idea. It's equally open to question and to debate. The validity of an idea does not depend on the age of the person who has the idea. An idea is not good or bad because it's old, just as a person is not good or bad because of their age. So you, young people, have as much right, if not more, than anyone else to ask questions. All you have to be careful of is the kind of obfuscations of the people in authority, the way that they answer those questions, whether they're your teachers, your parents, your politicians, your journalists, because they'll often try to present their opinions as facts. And sometimes it's very, very hard to tell the difference. And we will, as I say, come back to this question about how you find the truth in the next session.